Okay, is this where we find... Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Am I... Okay. Are we in Scotland now? Who's typing like their life depends on it?
I think it's Eric.
Huh? What?
What, you're typing like your life depends on it?
Oh, sorry, man.
It's all
Let
good.
me lower my volume.
It's all good. It's all good. But holy shit, are we in Isa Castle? Like, we're in Isa Castle.
Well,
Castle.
this is it.
Does this make me go higher or lower?
Lady Ashbur's domain. Why am
still
I not
hear me typing like a
surprised
madman.
it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
All right, so healthy carrier. Find Elizabeth's blood. Find why it creates disasters. All right. So we're gonna explore this area. I'm gonna search it from top to bottom, left to right, under every rock and tree and crystal. Oh, hello. Oh. Hey, Maker. Got more information for me?
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Yeah, totally.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
It's great that I did well, but I still got questions, bro.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
Bittersweet? Why do you keep saying I'm a bittersweet champion?
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother, my dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
Interesting.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant ghostly queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
Alright. About the disaster.
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
Maybe? Or, yeah, Icors are female, obviously.
I noticed that all the Icors were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Okay. But they're contagious as well.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skulls. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
Alright. Cool. But it's not over, dude.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
Okay, so what will happen to Ascalon then?
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
Extremely fair.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact artifact before going back to sleep.
What will become of the vampire hunters?
They will never stop searching for William Marshall, for he escaped their two great hunts. Remember that you too are now on their dark list.
What will become of the Brotherhood?
I foresee trouble for them now that your progeny considers becoming the new primate.
But I'm certain the current primate has no wish to resign.
Exactly. And I am not fully convinced your progeny truly understands what dreadful power he is about to defy.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawned of this generation.
All right. Is he here?
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now, too?
Have I not already answered that question?
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
A serum made of King Arthur's blood?
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King Arthur was a vampire?
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Huh. Well, that sucks. Who are your sons? Because apparently you did say plural.
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you shall meet one night.
What? So one of the men Shakespeare is Shakespeare a vampire? I want to know right now if Shakespeare's a vampire. But anyways, so let's continue.
So that is all we are to you. Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil.
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
Okay, so I've answered all the questions. Speak clearly.
Speak clearly then. And answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you soon.
Huh. Okay. Can I go through the front door?
I cannot enter.
Of course
The
not.
castle walls look decrepit. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
Sure I can. I'm pretty sure it's that way, but I'm like, I just want to make sure I look around for all of like hidden secrets and shit. Let me keep looking around, see if there's anything that I can grab. Yeah, I'm literally going top to bottom, left to right, under every rock and tree and crystal. I can't port over there? God damn it. Okay, fine, whatever. Fine.
Pretty fucked up way of sending out signals. I'm gonna go to a decrepit
Maybe it's just
castle
my
where I don't expect
imagination,
anyone to visit
but I think
anytime
I
soon.
smell Elizabeth.
Tell me of your victory. Fine.
She must be here somewhere.
Cash me out.
I just... Okay, so is this the door that I have to go through? Nope, that's a locked door. I'm scared to go inside, because I'm like, what if I miss a memo? So, like, okay, I'm just gonna keep looking around a little more outside, and then if I get tired of looking around outside of the birds and the bees, then I will go back inside. Okay.
Man, they really missed prime opportunity of littering this entire castle full of fucking level 40 hunters.
That would have fucked me up so fucking hard. Let's be real here. Alright, so... Old letter. Okay, so we have one memo. Got it. London, August 4th, 1865. Holy shit, that's a long time. Dear Lady Ashbury, thank you for your recent letter and all the good news it contained. I cannot wait to finally meet you when you arrive in London. The garden is beautiful under the summer sky. Although I noted your wish to avoid heat and direct sunlight because of your frail health. You're welcome any day. We'll discuss this wonderful idea of yours concerning the foundation of an orphanage for young ladies, inspired by the French Maison Royale de Saint Louis, sadly closed when the French people chose, my god, I can't even write these words down, to cut their king's head off. Such a place, destined to provide a good education to gifted but poor orphan girls, will surely excite my friends here in the city. You can count on me and my influence to help make your project a huge success. Yours, ever sincerely, Countess Alexandra Somerset. Huh. Okay. So there's that. That's a locked door. Just making sure that I'm not entering a room where Elizabeth's at. I was just like, hello? Elizabeth?
Hello.
Elizabeth? Okay, so... Oh my god! Look at that! It's me! Portrait of Dr. Jonathan Reed by Elizabeth Ashbury. Look at that! That's me! That's me! Holy shit, I love that. That looks gorgeous, by the way. Holy shit. That looks great.
Nice.
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered.
God damn it, that's just cheesy the way you said that, dude. But whatever, I'll take it. Don't say it like that, bro. Ooh. Copy of a letter. Okay, that's me! But anyways, Ashbury Castle, 21st of September, 1795? The fuck? That's even longer back! Dear Mr. McAllister? Dear Mr. McAllister, as the new legal owner of the Ashbury estate, I intend to quickly engage in the overdue maintenance and repairs of the walls and the crypt of the castle. Among the few architects I invited to send forth proposals, I was most impressed by your respectful approach concerning renovations on historical buildings and their preservation. I would be glad to meet you at your convenience. My only request would be to speak to you directly, and not your assistants. Any evening of next month would be agreeable. You may come to the castle, or I can meet you at your office as you prefer. If you agree to come to the castle, I could show you what kind of repairs and modifications I have in mind concerning the crypt, which may need considerable work and reconstruction. Very sincerely, Lady Ashbury. Huh.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt. And it holds something special inside.
Should I go to the crypt before I do anything? Hello. Portrait of Elizabeth Blackwood. Elizabeth Ashbury. So this is Ashbury before she became an Ashbury? So she's Blackwood? By Johannes Vermeer, 1666. That was when the first Great Hunt was. So she was Blackwood when she was part of the first hunt. First hunt. So, huh. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Yeah,
This
well,
castle is falling apart.
indeed, it is falling apart. I'm kind of concerned. See, I want to have my vampirism, so that way if I see her heartbeat, I'm like, and I'm going the opposite direction. Okay, is this door open? No. So I have to go this way. Okay. From Blackwood to Ashbury. Blackwood turned to... Motherfucker. God damn it, I hate puns like that shit. Well, if she's here, I'm gonna avoid the shit out of her until I read all the memos. Locate the secret passage. Oh, there's a secret passage here? Glorious. I'm not going to touch the secret passage until I finish off reading all the memos. Let's see here. Painting. Xylophone. Book. Letter. Ooh! Recent contract. Inverness. 18th of April, 1907. Okay, now we're coming back in time. We're coming back. We're coming back. Dear Lady Ashbury, I write to confirm that my men will be at your castle next Monday to begin the new work on the crypt and its access. The plans have been approved, and I, personally, will be on site to supervise the installation of the locks and security measures you have requested. I can also assure you that my men will have been briefed about never entering the crypt itself or the second floor of the castle. I must say I'm proud to continue and enhance the work started by my great-grandfather when employed by your ancestor in 1795. Very sincerely, Angus McAllister. No, she employed your grandfather as herself. So, what a classic snooping through your girlfriend's messages. I know, right? All right. So this thing is rebuilt. Like there is a secret passage here, but I've just got to find it. And I'm not going to find it until later. All right. All right. Portrait of Elizabeth and Jacob Blackwood, Versailles. 1788. She's that old. Holy fuck, I still love her. Ooh. Recent letter. Dunborough Sanatorium, Scotland, 27 July 1909. Dear Lady Ashbury, I thank you for your previous letters and ardent discussions about vampire folklore. It's now obvious we share an opinion concerning scientific and modern approach toward the need for blood and the cure for addiction. I must confess I admired your charitable attitude when I met you at the Dunborough Sanatorium, and I'm still impressed by your kindness when talking with humble and poor patients. I was delighted to read about the position of administrator at the Pembroke Hospital you financed since its founding. After a few days of deliberation, I'm happy to accept your offer. It will be, for me, an occasion to get back to the busy streets of London after years of public service in the beautiful but far quieter Scotland. I will be glad to meet you there and discuss with you further about immortality, its advantages and disadvantages, and how to enhance your condition. I look forward to our next meeting. Yours sincerely, Dr. Edgar Swansea. You prick! Ooh. Portrait of Ashbury by Vincent van Gogh. Holy fuck.
Woo.
Huh. All right. She getting fancy up in here. She don't favor with money. She got quite. Can she pay my loans? Literally. Like, my goodness. I want her to pay my fucking loans. This picture has been repeated 3 times. So is this one, and so is this one. These paintings are not original. Oh, the gigantic painting? Yeah, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Because I know that leads to the crypt. So, fuck that. Ooh, old contract. Inverness, 11th February, 1807. Dear Miss Ashbury, when last we communicated, you asked for the conveyance of a large coffin from Temple Church, London. Activate senses. I'll do that later. Yeah, I'll do that later. I don't understand why it's activate senses. That makes no sense. I'm happy to report your request has finally been validated. My drivers have been informed that, for security reasons, guards must always protect the coffin. You have hired these individuals, who will be waiting for us in London. They have also been informed that under no circumstances should the carriage try to pass a river by boat, but always by road and bridges. For the precious wood and the relics inside the coffin cannot be exposed to humidity or moisture. You'll find a detailed quote for the entire operation attached to this letter. We are ready to go to London as soon as the payment is received in full. Very respectfully, Samuel Lewis, independent contractor. And toasting? I don't think that there's any more that I need to see, so let's activate these senses and figure this out.
A
Ooh.
sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
Interesting. Great. Now stop giving me that prompt. Alright, cool. A moon.
One last switch, and...
Oh, there's a switch. I gotta find a sword. That's a sword.
voila.
Okay. I'm still, like, concerned that I missed everything. So I'm just like, one more look around just to make sure that I haven't missed anything. I'm just gonna take it what I am, and I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go slowly, and gently. Slowly and gently. Just making sure that there's no, like, memos around me that I need to, like, look for. Slowly. Shiny painting? I already saw the shiny painting. So. Well, the music stopped. That was nice.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Can I touch the Can I touch the memo, please? Ancient tomb. 1217. An angel came to me. Blessed be to God. Michael appeared to me last night in all of his glory, shaped in glorious blood, to grant me eternal life at the dusk of my life. The apparition was so sublime and terrible that I could not help but lower my head and close my eyes. Struck by the divine gift, I fell to the ground, only to awake the next night. You will serve me as you served your kings, said the angel before striking me with all his power. You will protect this land through the eons to come. For all who knew me, I should now hide and retreat, for they consider me dead. Soon, I will leave the company of men to serve my new purpose. Blessed be to God. 1350. Michael appeared to me last night in my retreat under Temple Church and asked me to prepare for battle. The land must be saved. Death is everywhere. The Black Death. An epidemic sent by the devil himself to punish mortals all over the world. My arm is strong. In the name of God, I shall smite the enemies of mankind. England shall prevail. 1569. It is almost 20 years since my fight started against the devil, and the end is uncertain. From time to time, the plague, the Black Death, reappears in a village, in a town, and each time the vicious minions of hell approach to get their share of the mortal suffering. Vampires. Dreadful creatures. I won't let this land collapse. Until my last breath, I'll serve and protect England. 1578. Tonight in the small village of Hoddesdon, I met the most delicate soul I've seen for a long time. She was singing for the dead, singing for those she knew and loved, those killed by a new plague outbreak, without fearing for her own life. Her voice moved me, so I chose to let her live. I offered her my eternal life as a reward for her virtue and most pious attitude. Her name is Elizabeth Englewood. I'm not alone anymore. Together, we shall praise God in all his glory for the eons to come. 1618. My heart is breaking. My soul is bleeding. Tonight, my dear Elizabeth left me. I have taught her all I knew, all she needed to know. Now she must walk her own path through the ages. This is her wish, and I will respect it. Elizabeth Englewood, my sweet daughter, is gone. For she now wants to be known as Elizabeth Blackwood. I made her a promise. If she ever comes back to Hoddesdon, she will find me there, managing the Bull Inn her parents owned before dying. William Marshall shall disappear for a few times, too, now that the Black Death is no more. Until we meet again, I shall be known as William Thorne, awaiting for my angel to come back. William Marshall and Elizabeth had a thing? Okay. Well, William Marshall is Lady Ashbury's progeny? Father? Okay. 1665. The devil is at work again. The great plague is back, reaping thousands of lives in London. I must sell the Bull Inn and go there. Once more, William Marshall shall protect the land. 1666. What have I done? I let the devil infect me. God forgive me. The terrifying creature I had to defeat was a demon straight from hell, an abomination of the flesh, a walking apocalypse. I had to trap the dreadful creature in St. Paul's Church and set the building on fire. Without the advice of Michael, I don't know if I could have defeated the enemy. The flames cleansed the city of the demon's presence, but half of London burnt down. Ever since, I have dreamt of a red flood, of slaughter and rage. It's like the disaster had tainted my blood, my very soul. For the first time in centuries, I am afraid. I shall crawl back to my retreat and pray to God for mercy for my infected soul. 1667. Elizabeth came to me. She said she felt my pain and rushed to save me. My poor daughter, blinded by rage, intoxicated by the blood of hate. I pit her. She fled, shocked by my betrayal. I laughed and cried as she cursed me. God, have I betrayed you? Have you abandoned me? 1712. My prayers have been answered, and my prayers have been heard. I have found the strength to resist the need for blood, the never-ending hunger. My poor Elizabeth, will you ever forgive me? I have heard you now kill and take pleasure in bloodbaths with this new progeny of yours. You're a victim in all this. What have I done? I swear I will find a way to make amends for what I have done to you. I swear I shall only rest once I know how to appease the blood of hate. 1785. The Brotherhood of the St. Paul's Stole have finally agreed to meet me in London. They proposed to meet inside the new cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol to choose the place where I defeated this disaster, but also the place where I fell. I agreed to their proposition. There, in the secret silence of the church and under the eye of God, they respectfully listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against this evil creature, the Deus Astro, the Eater of Stars, who only wished to spread death and pestilence all around her. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request, my burning desire to stop the blood of hate. Their primate promised to come back to me with an answer. The primate of St. Paul wrote back to me with just a name, the Tear of Angels. According to him, this ancient artifact could heal anything, cleanse any blackened soul, and purify my blood. Blessed be the Lord. It took me more than 100 years to find a cure for the blood of hate, but I may have finally found it. Soon the rage shall end. Soon I may repair the wrong I did and cleanse my failures. Now all I need to do is retrieve the necessary ingredients to create such an artifact. The blood of the purest heart mixed with the blood of a king. To find such rare ingredients is not what worries me the most. For time is on my side. It's the last part that worries me. Pure essence of garlic. I'm afraid it will literally hurt like hell when I drink the antidote. But if that's the price to pay to cleanse my soul and correct my mistakes, I am ready to endure this excruciating pain. 1786. I finally managed to gather all the ingredients needed to concoct the Tear of Angels. Blood of the purest heart for the fortitude, blood of a king for courage, garlic essence for the painful cleansing. After months of impatience, almost made mad by the hunger, I waited again and again, until finally Elizabeth cautiously came to me. As promised, I had chained myself to be sure I would not attack her again. I did not recognize my sweet daughter at first, for she only was Lady Blackwood now, the dreadful mistress of the dark who took delight in slaughter and carnage in France. She smirked as I apologized, and cried for what I had inflicted to her. She shouted at me when I tried to explain to her that my bite had infected her, had given her the blood of hate, now burning in her veins, in that my bite had burning her veins, at her soul. I told her I had found a cure, and that I managed to create one dose of antidote. I gave it to her, to give her back her previous peaceful life. In exchange, I only asked her to take care of me, for I intended to be locked down in my tomb, chained, if necessary, to impeach me from feeding on any mortal or immortal. She reluctantly took the Tear of Angels and left. I hope to see her again soon, cured and at peace. 1784. She came back to me, finally. Cured, healthy, joyful, my Elizabeth. She told me she had drunk the antidote about a year ago in France after witnessing and taking part in the massacre of an entire orphanage caused by the blood of hate. That's when the Lady Blackwood died, she said. She promised she would take care of me now. That's all I ask, as I repent for all of the murdered souls caused by my negligence of more than 100 years. 1795. My dearest daughter came back last week to tell me the good news. She has recently bought a castle in Scotland. She will soon finance the renovation of the castle crypt to provide me a new retreat. Far from temptation, far from the noisy, crowded cities, I can't wait to embrace the solitude. To find the peace I need to refrain from killing. God, please give me the strength to resist the urges during the journey from London to my new domain. Before I leave, I should give a copy of these memoirs to the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, without the most shameful and sensible information, of course. Soon, I shall leave London to pursue my penance. There, I shall find peace at last, with the support of my resuscitated Elizabeth. God damn! One, that was a lot of fucking reading. Holy fucking shit! Two, so William Marshall sired Elizabeth. And Elizabeth took the Angel of Tears to stop the blood of hate inside of her. But she still carries it. Because it's not affecting her, she just carries that blood. So she's innocent in all this because she thought that it would cure her of the stuff. But obviously she's still an immortal, so... So she's done nothing wrong. My opinion has not changed. My opinion has not changed of this woman. I still want to be her I still want to be her husband. I still wish to make her my wife. It's just... nothing has changed. Other than now that William Marshall is apparently the same guy who got turned into a vamp and all that stuff. The cure is not an exact cure. Exactly, it's not like a cure for vampirism. It's cure for the blood of hate. So... that's why Elizabeth's not, like, infected. Yeah, it cleansed her of the madness. So, yeah, so she's fine. She's okay. But she just can't, like, sire anyone. And because, yeah, but basically she was forced to, but that was before she got the Tear of Angels. So it's just like, I want to give her the hugs. I want to give her the smooches. I've turned gay for Lady Ashbury. So, okay. So yeah, she can't sire or give blood, which is fine. Can she make babies? That's the big question. Can she make babies? Here's a reason of health carrier. Yeah, so she's fine. She just can't, like, bear a child. And if she bears a child, you better pray it's a son. But what if Lady Ashbury doesn't actually like you? It's all a ruse the entire time. Kill me, please! I'd be done with the game at that rate. Alright, so... Let's head down and waifu this girl like the waifu she deserves to be. Sweetie? Lovely? Honey? Sugar? Pumpkin? I want to suckle your neck, not in like the vampire way, but like in a loving, I love you sort of way.
Drop your sword, Father. You have nothing to be afraid of.
William Marshall.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No. Never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
But caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Please don't tell me I'm gonna fight you. Please don't put that sword at me.
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and savior of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father.
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
A few minutes? Where are we?
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it once and for all.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her future.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
The city has suffered, but it will prevail in the end.
A more cynical analysis would be that this is an acceptable catastrophe.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this, through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation, and the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote?
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty echo who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire, driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
No redemption, then?
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
Shit! I'm gonna respect her privacy. Because that seems like a gentlemanly thing to do. I don't think I need to push her beyond her past. At least that's my logic. So, those of you who know the ending, it's just like, those of you who know the ending, if I'm about to fuck this up, you're about to smack your head real quick. But, yeah, I gotta respect her privacy. That's just something you don't push.
I understand. And I respect your desire for privacy.
Thank you, Jonathan.
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. Forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
She loves me, guys. Confirmed.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
William, we're brothers. We gotta talk.
Yes?
So, William, my God, you really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
That's sweet.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
Well, that's imagery I didn't want to have.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen? What of her?
You met her, did you not?
Just once, but she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Tell me about Elizabeth. How was she infected?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again. Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
Sorry that I'm not saying anything, guys. I'm actually just taking in all this information and be like, schmur.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
I can see that.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me. Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time?
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord.
Doesn't Vampyr, thanks so much for falling.
Farewell, Father. And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
No.
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it.
No, don't do it.
The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
No.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Myrddin, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
Sorry.
What did I
That
just
is a
come
risk
back
I
to?
cannot take, Jonathan.
No, yes,
I
please.
won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
Please do it. Please. Trust.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? Have you not betrayed me?
I had choices
What?
to make.
I forgive you, and that is my choice.
No!
Elizabeth, I love you.
Then let me go now.
Wait! No!
Are you shitting me?
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path he must find. Now the song is sung, and your path chosen. England is safe, but the cost was dire. Blood and tears, both parched by cleansing flames. You've lost your way, my champion bittersweet. I am moved to pity as I feel your rampant rage void of purpose or meaning. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber. Until alas, she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
I'm so mad right now. Holy fuck, I am so tilted right now. I am so... Oh my fucking god, I'm so mad.
Well,
Holy shit, I am furious. I am so furious at this game now.
I guess I came in a bad time.
Good game, right?
Holy shit, I'm... Oof. Fucking oof. I had a feeling that's why I was avoiding the docks. I had a feeling that I shouldn't have done that. So the kill count does matter. It matters that heavily.
Well, killing anyone matters is the problem. Like, to get the best ending, you can't feed on it, and you can't let anyone die.
That's beyond stupid. Because just look at the level difference before you all saw this during this stream. Before it was so, if you killed everyone in all the docks, that would have been evil. Yeah, that would have been the evil ending. I'm pretty sure that would have been an evil. The count can't really, yeah. But it's just like the combat is too difficult to make the good ending even remotely possible unless you studied the combat so fucking well and you've ground so many fucking hunters and Skull. Because you all even saw how much experience the hunters in the Skull gave. Barely less than 10 experience each time. And it's like, it's beyond frustrating because I couldn't even get past the Ascalon Club member to get the blood I needed without having to go to the docks.
Yeah, I think also the biggest problem is that if things impact the ending and the story that heavily, they need to have it like be an explicit decision. That's what you're going to go with. There's a lot of times where like someone will die and it's literally out of your hands.
Yeah, it's kind of like, for example, like when the old guy at the docks, I was trying to get to him, but I was so low level because I was trying to play a good route, I couldn't fucking do it. And it's just like, and then morality comes into question because there are certain characters where you just morally can't let them live. So it's literally, And here's the thing. I played how I played. I'm going to accept how I played how I played. I went to the docks, I killed those people, and it was all fucking Sean Hampton's fault. It's all fucking Sean Hampton's fault. That's where everything started to fall apart. But it's just... balance the fucking game to make the good ending possible without going bad. It's so heavily reliant that you will kill people and that you will essentially level up to try and match up, that you get screwed over at your ending because of it. So it's like, if all the areas around you killed a few people, could you get a normal ending? I don't know. I can't... there's no save function in this game. It's automatic saving, which sucks. Because it doesn't give you the option to have multiple saves, so where you can test the waters and you can figure out where the... Now, I'm pretty sure that if I wanted to play the game again, I'm going to have to start from the very fucking beginning.
Yeah, there's no New Game Plus.
There's no New Game Plus. The true getting is possible without kidding. It is possible, but it's mind-numbing. It's possible, but it's almost annoyingly so. And that's the thing, for a casual gamer like me, and I'm not a hardcore gamer, guys. Like, that's the thing, I'm not a hardcore gamer. I go for the story. I hardcore play for the story. I don't like the running around that's in this game. I don't like the combat in this game. It's just, that frustrates me to turn me away from the game. That's why I wanted to finish it so quickly, because I was actually getting annoyed with this game. And so... getting an ending like that, it's completely spoiling the entire thing. And it's not like how Life is Strange fucking spoiling. Holy shit, Life is Strange is fucking garbage. But this game in particular, it's like, they kissed, and which is awesome, but she still died. And it's like, what could I have done differently? And because I asked that question, the game devs should have thought about that ahead of time and said, okay, but what if they want to go back? Then they should have had like a New Game Plus or a continuation of the game, or just something where you can go back and just redo a chapter and fix it and then see the different ending without having to go all the way through the beginning. It's just like, I have so many frustrations with this game now, because I thought the ending was going to be very satisfying. I thought no matter what, even if it's the neutral ending, she just doesn't be with me, I would have been upset. That's fine. But for me to just sit there while Elizabeth walks into a fire, it's just like, one, Jonathan, what the hell? And two, how does keeping all 4 districts even remotely matter to that? And what kind of a question was, like, Lady Asperger's like, did you betray me? She didn't. How did I betray you? What do you mean by this? It's just,
Yeah, what they should have done is that, like, for example, your first mission where it's like you have to try to like stop the blackmail. That and like other things they could have put in could have impacted the Lady Ashbury part, and then depending on how the districts worked is how not the in-game cutscene but the little art thing, they should have had that at the end be impacted by the districts or if you feeded.
Yeah, it's literally like Blackfire goes. Literally, this game is like having a ridiculous amount of interesting sex that you thought you wouldn't get into, and then the ending just completely just like, and like, oh great, okay, great, fantastic, that happened, and so it was very unsatisfying, and it's like, and I would have been happy just with the neutral ending. I would have been happy if it's just like Lady Ashbury and I go our separate ways, whatever. But this is just like, the ending completely ruined it, and the gameplay doesn't justify it. Maybe because I'm just a fucking maybe because I just need to get good, or some people would say, but as a casual gamer, which is the majority of gamers out there, this is frustrating.
Well, I'm the opposite of you, and I played like I think half through the game. And I was eating people. I didn't like just do like a no eat run.
Yeah.
And is it possible to get like a good ending on it? Yeah. And I wouldn't even say it's like in the realm of like really hard. The problem is that games that have difficulty that accentuate the gameplay, like let's say Dark Souls or Undertale or Cuphead, it's fun. The difficulty's fun. It's supported by the game design. This is, like you said earlier, a hack and slash. You hit them 2 times, then you dodge out of the way. You hit them 2 times, then you dodge out of the way. You're not formulating strategies. You're not learning patterns. You're just going like, all right, let's do this. And if I don't level up or eat anything, this is going to take 3 hours longer than it usually would.
it's just, God, I just, Do you think that you betrayed her by not being able to save the districts? I don't think that's logically, even in a character development, I don't think that's logically what would say. I can speak. I don't think that's logically what would accentuate betrayal. So it's like I tried my best, but the docs was fucked. What could I do? So I was like, yeah, I could leave people alone, but then I couldn't have gotten the antidote. It's basically a problem upon a problem upon a problem upon a problem. And it all stems from the fact that this game is not balanced. It's not balanced for players who just want to go through the story rather than play a hack and slash survival-ish kind of a game with enemies that are almost twice your level. And it's like, schmur. Fucking schmur. That's how I feel. Fucking schmur. Yeah, so if I continue it, I would have gotten the same fucking ending. I'm pretty sure if I continue this, I get the same fucking ending.
Yeah.
So
it's dependent on the districts and how much you feasted. Because the game design is simplified to make it so Lady Ashbury is your, as objectifying as it sounds, end result reward, and that reward is contaminated or fully realized by your choices in the game. It doesn't matter if you betrayed her or not. It's a stupid line. They shouldn't have used that.
It's just
should have been like, oh, you're not the man I knew, Jonathan, or some shit like that.
It's just like
betrayal sounds like you specifically went out against her.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm thinking, like my first fucking choice with like the blackmail thing, that would be the most logical way of betrayal. But even that is unjustifiable because the blackmail stopped. What do you expect me to do? Kill someone? And even with Lady Ashbury being calm, I don't think she would go for the killing option. So it's just like, I don't know. And I'm gonna have to post this for YouTube, guys. I'm gonna have to. It sucks. And I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna be like, you should play it again to get the good ending. I'm like, no. Because the good ending's practically impossible for me. Because you all saw how hard it was for me to get through certain boss fights. It's just like, it's... The final boss is level 35. And without going to the docks, I was level, like, what, level 26? That's practically impossible. So I don't know. It's just... fucking sucks to suck.
Again, I think if they were to take this whole actions and consequences influence the game's difficulty and like skill setup is a unique idea, but it's not implemented well.
Yeah, like it's a wonderful idea. It's great that it's like, yeah, the game gets harder if you don't do the thing. That's great. That's awesome. But it still needs to be possible. It still needs to be not so aggravating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, characters are great. Gameplay and story sucked. No, the story was phenomenal until the end. But that's because of the routes I took because of the gameplay. So if anything, the gameplay is at fault for why the story pretty much suffered. So it's like, ugh.
Everyone that's like wanting to see the good ending, it's literally what Jonathan was suggesting, except it actually happens.
Yeah, like literally, she stops going into the fire, and apparently they stick around, or they stay in Scotland or something like that.
Jonathan goes like, well, we'll find out the cure for the antidote, so they just stay in the castle, and Jonathan just, does a bunch of blood work.
Yeah, so it's just like, schmur. Yeah, this game makes Dead by Daylight look balanced, like literally. It's just like, see, and also I kind of get mad because you have Life is Strange and you have Remember Me. It's just like, they need to figure out the balance between good gameplay and story. They need to figure that out. A good story is phenomenal, but it can get ruined by really shitty gameplay. It's just like, schmur. Fucking schmur. What do you want me to do? It's like,
it's honestly why I had like a huge bias towards visual novels for the longest time, because for me, like all the people would end up being like, yeah, we're gamers, and they play visual novels. I'm like, there's no game design of that. But the flip works the same way. You can play Pong, but you can't say Pong has a story.
Yeah, so it's just like...
But it has, good gameplay. But if you want one of these AAA games, even though I don't know if Vampyr was made by a AAA studio or not,
yeah.
You gotta do both.
Exactly, it's just like... See, and what's even worse, I would have been happier if it was like 1872 or something like that, where it didn't, the gameplay doesn't really matter. So just get into the story. I would have been fine with that. I would have been fine. Like, Michaela, why let them figure it out? You're a game dev. Can you figure it out? What would you do differently? What I would do is rebalance the fucking game. Keep your enemies the same level as you, or at least 5 steps above. Keep it up to 5 steps. If they're 5 levels above you, that's enough difficulty. Because you're already trying to figure out what's going on, and everyone's leveling up at the same time. And then you have the Ascalon Club members, which have new battle sequences, which you have to memorize and go against. And then you have the Volkids, which are a pain in the ass to deal with. Then you have the Red Queen herself. It's just, as a game dev, I would keep, at maximum, any enemy in every chapter 5 levels above you. 5. That's it. Because it's still possible to go against them and beat them, but it's still a challenge.
I would say do the reverse, which is keep the enemy levels as they are and use the whole blood thing to compensate for that. But get rid of all the fodder enemies. Make it so, okay, every boss can be as difficult as you want to make it, as you're willing to make it.
Yeah.
But they're just bosses. Stop making the fucking in-between with 50 enemies that are as hard as a boss, and there's no reward for killing them.
Exactly. It's just like, I need a lot of tea. Wait, what will you do next Sunday? Will you do another game? I'm thinking about another game. Something that's not this. Thank God. But I'm thinking of some games that I want to play. Maybe I'll do some Q&As once in a while, because holy shit, we had a lot of gameplay streams recently, so I don't know. Michaela, if you could scream in anger right now, would you? See, it's not anger, it's frustration. I could be angry all I want and it won't fix anything, but the frustration of it is just, it could have been better. It could have been great. Yeah, make the saves differently. Make there multiple saves. Utilize the fact that you can save multiple times. It is just like, schmur. Fucking schmur. What the fuck are we doing? I have no idea anymore.
Also, it blows my mind that any game that has multiple branching points at this day and age does not have a new game plus. It's like people are going to want to go through it with all their bells and whistles and just see the new story arcs.
Exactly. So I'm like, dude, me as high level right now, I can handle anything that comes my way. No kill run perfect.
Yeah, you could do your second run as the genocide, get all the XP in the third run, do a perfect thing.
Exactly. And you could have and that would have been that's replayability. That gives replayability to a game that's over, how much fucking money was this? I don't even fucking remember how much I paid for this fucking shit. It's just...
Yeah, and Chell, that's 100% true. Make a fucking fast travel system.
Please make a fucking fast travel system.
Or don't make your sprint run off stamina.
Yeah, give it the Fallout save system. That would have been fine. If there's checkpoints here and there, but you have a list of checkpoints you can go back to, that's fine. I'm cool with that. And who am I talking to? I'm talking to Genevieve and Eric. And is anyone else on the call?
Hi.
Hi, Gavin. But yeah.
Hey, Gavin.
But yeah, so it's just... And you know what? The sad part about this whole thing is, I'm gonna have to go back and replay this game. Because I want to get that fucking ending.
Oh boy.
And I'm gonna scream at the top of my lungs. And it's gonna be bad. I'm not gonna stream it. Hell no, I'm not streaming this. Because you don't want to see me fucking rage quit at this game, or rage fucking flip my table at this shit. Because I'm a stubborn bitch. I'm a stubborn bitch.
This game's basically I think the best analogy I can think of it is it's a giant shit sandwich through and through. It's just the way they made the shit sandwich was different. It didn't come with just the 2 slices of bread and shit in the middle. It was like, oh man, they put 2 bread slices on top of each other and shit was on top? That's interesting. That's different.
It's just, how much do you think this game should cost? $20. For this kind of frustration that comes with it, $20. Because If it had the replayability that we've just mentioned, New Game Plus, fast travel, save features, if it had all of that, that would justify the high price. But I'm so frustrated now, I don't want to play this. But I'm gonna have to, because I'm really irritated that I didn't get my proper ending. The ending I should have gotten. But anyways, Evan, like, what do you mean Evan? There's no Evan in Seduce Me. Ethan? No, Ethan's not here. But yeah, it's just... But yeah, I'm not playing this game on stream. I'm not gonna play this game on stream. This is gonna be one where if I get angry one day, I'm just gonna take all my frustrations out on this game. And just be like, get my fucking good ending. And once I get to the ending, if I know it's a good ending, I'll replay it for you guys. And I'll be like, hey guys, guess what ending I got? The good ending. Boom, done.
I understand that there's always like taboo about the advocacy of this, but if you want, I can link you to a good old cheat table that can make that run feel like a way better.
Yeah, I would definitely
agree. You've already proved yourself. You're like, I can do this, but why should you have to?
It's just like, fuck it. It's just like, I'm gonna cheat my entire way through. I don't give a fuck. If the game developers watch this, what would you say to them? Game developers, you had a great story. This story caught me by the balls. This story literally attached its hooks into me and would not let go. Your gameplay is what ruined this game. Your gameplay made it so difficult and so frustrating that I don't even know where I would be able to begin to fix my mistakes to get the ending I want. Even if it's just a neutral ending. You don't make it clear enough that the heavy choices we make, even at the beginning of the game, affect the ending and how it affects the ending. Because the ending itself, it presents itself as, oh, you betrayed specifically Elizabeth and not like the entirety of London. So it's please consider a save system, a fast travel system, and a new Game Plus mode. Please consider those things. I'm gonna have to play this again, and I don't want to, and I'm pretty sure other players are the same way. So that is my grievance with you, game devs. You did awesome job. It's beautiful. The story is great. The characters are amazing. But for fuck's sake, come on. There you go. Just, you know what's the worst thing about this? You could never give that poor plant water. No, I did. I gave the plant water.
Yep.
I gave the plant water, so. That's there. I'll take it. That's my ending. I gave the plant water, goddammit.
Silver lining. My
Lisa has water, goddammit.
Everyone you know and love is dead, but, you know, the plant's alive.
It's just, I'm just, ugh.